I don't even know how to start this video really. As you guys know by the title of the video, and I'm pretty sure if you've been around YouTube, Twitter, watched Monday Night Raw, pretty much anything, if you've been on social media or watched, like I said, Raw, you know one way or another that today Daniel Bryan announced his retirement from professional wrestling. And man, it was a hard and sudden announcement from Daniel Bryan. I don't think it was just really out of nowhere. This announcement, I'm not saying the retirement was out of nowhere, but definitely the announcement was. Considering how driven he was to return back to the ring, is just like, wow, it just, completely pulled a 180 and completely changed his mind about everything. And, I know this was announced earlier. This was announced back in the morning. If you live on the West Coast, it was announced a little after 10 o'clock. And I actually woke up to this news, right? What a great way to kick off the day is by waking up to the news that your favorite professional wrestler is now retiring. But, I don't want to make a super long video. And I would have made this video earlier, but I wanted to wait till after Raw to hear what Bryan had to say before I made this video, so that's why it's later than most people's. But it's very sad, and I don't even know how to put into words how I feel about it, because it's just, I know when it first happened, a lot of people were pissed at WWE and Vince McMahon right at the back, because everyone just blamed him, because he's saying, oh, they're retiring Bryan. Bryan doesn't want to retire because, like I said earlier, Bryan's been driven to get back in the ring, and just all of a sudden he decided to retire. And earlier I listened to the Wrestling Observer with Meltzer and Bryan Alvarez from the breaking news audio of it, and Meltzer put in perspective, the whole situation, how this is all Bryan's decision. And Bryan admitted on Raw that he saw another doctor last week that really opened his eyes and pretty much said, even though you're cleared and your brain isn't as good as you think it is, and you kind of have to retire. And Bryan cut this very emotional and great speech to exit the company, not exit the company, but exit his in-ring career, which is really emotional and very powerful. You try to keep it as positive as you could, which in this kind of situation you can only applaud the guy to do that, because I don't think I'd be able to keep a situation like that positive. I mean, my dream's ending, and nothing I can do about it. I don't know how I could have been positive about that, but he was able to do it because he's just a humble, gratitude, just amazing person in general. And I might make a video about Daniel Bryan sometime later about discussing just my entire not fandom, but just what he means to me. I may do that in the future. I may not, so don't get your hopes up or quote me on that. But it's just, I don't even know what to say, so that's why I'm kind of just like not saying much in this video, just kind of lost for words. Chris Jericho put it the best earlier on WWE's YouTube, where he said, this is the best thing for him, but this is the worst thing that could happen to the wrestling world. And it's true, for him personally, or for him, for his health, it's the best thing that could ever happen to him right now, ending his career. But for us, the fans, it's the worst thing that could happen. But, it's wrestling. These things happen, and it's unfortunate to happen to some people like him. It happened to Edge. Edge was planning on retiring a year later anyways, but he had to retire due to injuries. It just happens from time to time, and it's very unfortunate, and it's very sad, and it's just, it sucks. It's all it really does. Daniel Bryan's been my favorite wrestler ever since I started. Well, I'd say he became my favorite wrestler in 2010, but I really started liking him in 2009 when he first signed with WWE. When I first started reading about him and discovering who he is, and I started watching his stuff, I really started to like the guy. It was like, wow, this guy's an amazing wrestler. And yeah, it went from there, and the dude's always been my number one since then. I remember when he went to WWE and people were saying that he would never be world champion, he wouldn't do that. I was always one of those people that said that he would be world champion. He was too good not to be world champion. He wins Money in the Bank, and everyone's like, oh, well, he'll be the first guy to cash in and lose. And look what he's become. The guy main event of WrestleMania. He's become a multi-time champion. He's won every single active championship. Really, the only accolade he doesn't have is winning the Royal Rumble. That was the only thing he never really did in his career. Besides that, he did everything in WWE. Even before WWE, Independence, became multiple-time world champion in various promotions like Ring of Honor, PWG, whatever. He's become just. He set an amazing career for himself. He's an amazing technical wrestler. He is and will be the best technical wrestler of our generation. I know we've had some amazing technical wrestlers as well as him, like a Zack Sabre Jr. and whatnot, but in my opinion, Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson, whatever you want to call him, will always be the best ethical wrestler of our generation. And, you know, it's such a shame because I feel like if the concussions weren't a factor, he could honestly, he's one of those guys I could have saw wrestling like when he's 45 still. You know, it's just, it's a shame because he's 34, he's turning 35 this year in May. And it just sucks, you know, it's just, oh man, this video sucks, but it's hard to really make these videos when like you're just full of different emotions riling up inside of you, so excuse me for that. But Daniel Bryan, you know, it's very sad for him to go. It's just, man, I really have to make another video because I don't want this to be like one of my last videos of Daniel Bryan. I have to make another one to make up for this crappy one. So I apologize in advance for this crappy video, but yeah, very sudden, but you know, it's not shocking. So remember, when he injured his neck in 2014 after he won the title, people thought he was done then, and I was one of those people saying like he's not done, he's gonna come back, and he came back. But this time, it's, you know, they had the same luck he had last year, unfortunately. So thank you, Daniel Bryan, for everything you contributed in the past. It's 15 years. You know, take away 2014 kind of because he really didn't do much. 2015 he didn't do anything really besides the first couple months. So the past 15 years, you know, thank you for entertaining and putting on the greatest matches you possibly could, putting your body on the line, doing things you probably shouldn't have, but you did it anyways for our benefit. So thank you, Daniel Bryan, for everything you contributed to the professional wrestling world, and we will be forever grateful. And you know, he's sitting here telling us thank you, but it's really us thanking him for doing what he did to entertain us. And I remember meeting him last year. I was shaking, I was nervous, I couldn't really get the words out when I was talking to him. It was just a surreal experience meeting him, you know, and you can probably see the little poster thing back there that he signed for me, as well as a picture when I met him. But yeah, you know, Daniel Bryan, thank you guys, thank you. Man, I'm trying to, another reason why this video is probably crappy is because I'm trying not to cry or something or be too emotional, so that's probably why this video isn't as good as I'd like it to be either. But just a big thank you, and you know, that's pretty much it. And I wish you the best, whatever you do next, you know, whether he does something else in the wrestling world, like, I don't know, some other position, or does something completely different. Just thank you for everything, and you know, I'm looking forward to see what you're able to do in the future. And that'll do it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave your guys' thoughts below in the comments about Daniel Bryan if you guys would like. And until the next video, I'll see you guys later.